We Have Concerns provides you with joy, we hope.
Yeah, we hope. We never check in to see.
Value?
Yeah, we'd like that.
Well, we would love some joy and value in return in the form of money. Can we have some money?
Yeah, give us some money. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Just be dumb.
Yeah.
Be as dumb as you can be.
I love that show. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Anthony Carboni, you are a noted vegan.
No. False.
Noted vegetarian.
Noted vegetarian. I
gotta change the notes.
Yeah. I tend to, as the only guy who edits my my Wikipedia, as the only person who's listed with edits, Jeff.
Yeah.
I expect you to keep up with this.
Well, I
don't know why you're obsessively editing my Wikipedia.
It's a full-time job.
I got a lot going on. You're a really good friend.
That's how we met, actually. I was just constantly editing your Wikipedia.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I need to check on something for your Wikipedia article. Who are you? I'm the guy who edits it.
I'm that one guy who edits your Wikipedia page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to add an entry for a show. Do you want to do a show with me?
I think a show would be really good for your Wikipedia. Speaking as the editor of your Wikipedia, it's getting a little flat.
Yeah.
No, I am not a vegan. I think that over the past couple months, that has gotten misconstrued.
Right.
I am a vegetarian, and
you eat vegans.
I eat vegans.
Right.
I am from what it is I'm from Vega. No, I tend to stay away from dairy as much as possible when it's easy.
When it's easy to stay away.
When it's super easy to stay away.
When you're like,
so like if I go out to a restaurant and I order a vegetarian meal,
right?
It's usually a lot of cheese. You know what I mean? But when I'm eating at home, I tend to lean more towards vegan. But I'm not vegan. Being vegan sounds like a fucking hassle and a half. So
it is a hassle and a half, but a lot of people do it explicitly for the planet, right? To save the planet. We have talked at length before on the show. It's common knowledge that it is wildly inefficient to raise animals. Water needs, land needs,
private schools.
It takes a village to raise an animal. It really does. The amount of land and pasture and food that goes into the animal does not pay off in the amount of food you get from eating the animal.
Yes.
But it turns out there is actually an official study that has just been done. This is a story that was sent to us by Susan Rogers. She sent it to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com. And this is a actual published study. It was published in Elementa, which is a science journal.
Which is a secret government agency.
Yeah. Elementa.
Of superpowered scientists.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope.
And they look into vegan lifestyles. Anyway,
it's a waste of their power.
It really is. They wanted to find out if all of humanity switched to one kind of diet, what would be the best use of our resources? What would be the best for the planet?
Lacto-ovo-vegetarian.
What is that exactly?
Lacto-ovo-vegetarian is eggs and dairy, but vegetarian.
Well, it turns out that they broke these down into a bunch of subcategories of various kinds of diets, and it turns out an omnivorous with a heavily leaning vegetarianism. So omnivorous, healthy. They call it healthy omnivorous.
A little bit of meat.
Little bit of meat is the most efficient use of our planet's resources.
Huh?
And the reason for that is that there are large swaths of land in our country that you couldn't grow crops on, but you can have animals graze on it.
Sure. Okay.
So there are actually areas of the country that are best used as animal pasture. So that's what their study found, is that in order to best use our planet's resources, eat the animals that live on those lands.
Yeah. And not turn lands that could grow crops into places that we grow livestock, or that we raise livestock.
Exactly.
Yeah, I dig that. I mean, it's funny. Like we're our country in comparison to other countries. I mean, we eat way more meat than a lot of other countries. Most other countries.
Oh yes.
And I think like it's generally accepted in a lot of other countries that like a little bit of meat and then like a bunch of sides.
Right.
Like that's just how
That's
we
called
do.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Gotta have the cranberry sauce.
It's Thanksgiving every day in other countries is what we're saying.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the parade and everything.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want to go Thanksgiving land.
Thanksgiving land.
Oh, Thanksgiving land would be the greatest country of all. Where you just eat
Buckle
stuffing,
hats.
buckle hats, and corn, and
everything you eat and drink comes out of a cornucopia.
oh my god, I would love it there.
It's like Cars Land at Disneyland where everything comes out of a cone.
Every blanket has disease.
Every blanket diseased, every cup a cone. Thanksgiving land.
Thanksgiving land. Come for the food, stay for the malaria.
And then like a little pilgrim pops up and he goes, and smallpox too. No, he does not. No, that's wrong. The thing about veganism is it's the same as people who are like meat, and there are those people. Like it's they're often presented as a caricature, but there are people who are like that where it's like I just mostly eat meat.
Yeah,
it's mostly what I eat is meat. It's like okay,
I love meat.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like, do you have 3 plates of nothing but meat every day?
No.
I mean, there are people that do mostly meat on their plate.
Right.
All 3 meals of the day.
There are days. There are some days.
There's some days. And that's the thing is like we're talking about 2 different extremes, right?
Right.
We're talking about people who are taxing the planet in 2 entirely different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you've obviously, if everything you're eating is meat, then you're eating one of the most inefficient to grow and raise and make foods there are. If you're eating all vegan, it's the same thing in another direction.
Right.
Because we're talking about the sheer amount of food that a vegan needs to eat, the kind of things that a vegan eats, the space and the water and the resources that it takes to grow those things.
Right.
You shouldn't be on the... Listen, man, in all things, moderation.
That's the point, right?
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of everything actually works best for the planet.
Yeah.
And, you were right on with the lacto-vegetarian thing. That's actually the most... They call that carrying capacity. It's basically... you feed the most people with that diet, but it's just not the most efficient use of land.
Yeah.
But the least amount in for the most out is lacto-vegetarian. So basically, dairy plus pure vegetarian.
Okay, but no eggs.
No, well, yeah, I guess no eggs.
No eggs.
Yeah. I feel like eggs would be super efficient. Because don't they just lay eggs constantly?
They do, but if here's the thing about that is I imagine that this study is like if everybody switched to one diet tomorrow and we built our planet around that diet.
Exactly.
So the second you remove a lot of other really good protein sources from the equation, which are your meats, right?
Mm-hmm.
People immediately start going to eggs.
Right.
And then you have like, oh shit, we need a ton of eggs.
Yeah.
So that may not be the most efficient because
That's how I wake up every morning.
Because shit.
We need a ton of
shit,
eggs.
Son.
Damn, gotta make an omelet.
Yo, son. Like just 4 doors open up, like get kicked open in a house. Yo,
Scrambled.
What up?
Time to make some eggs.
You awake, son?
Hell yeah.
If I'm waking, I'm making eggs.
Yeah.
They're doing just like YouTube, like trick shot style shit.
Oh, it's
just
amazing.
It's like
throwing an egg, it's cracking on the wall, drops perfectly
it's like
into the
fucking
pan.
Dude Perfect, but with eggs and pans. Just like, ooh, egg, omelet.
It just cuts from apartment to apartment. Scrambled, omelet, sunny side up. Eggs Benedict, motherfucker.
Straight up raw Rocky style.
Oh, glug, glug, glug.
2 days later, they were all dead. Just like they're like cutting them off. The autopsy showed that their veins were just not even tubes. They were just thick cylinders, solid cylinders.
Yeah, they were just all egg.
Have you ever eaten, like a red vine or a Twizzler?
Mm-hmm.
That was their veins.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
It was. It tasted like delicious omelets.
Wait, if your veins were either red vines or Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. I'm a East Coaster.
Twizzlers, me too. I'm a West Coaster, but I fucking love Twizzlers.
I'll tell you what. You need to talk some sense into my goddamn wife.
Red vines?
Grew up on the West Coast, red vines.
Get it.
Tastes like cough medicine.
If you can buy something in a tub and it costs the same as a Twizzler bag, it's not as good.
It's not as good.
That's just right there. It's pure economics.
It tastes like they took the leftovers. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like there was an earthquake and everything came spilling out of the Dimetap factory and the Wax Lips factory and just melted together. And they were like, well, this is a candy now because we've got to rebuild, and this is all we have to make money off of.
Well, we have so much of it. How do we get rid of it? Put it in tubs.
Put it in tubs.
Just giant tubs of it.
I don't care. Get it out of my face. My factory was just destroyed. People are dead. I don't know how I'm going to feed my family. Sell the fucking red vines. Vines!
It's the only food that I purchase in tub form. There's nothing else you buy that you eat from a tub. It's a tub of red vines.
No, it's not tubs. KFC measures their food in buckets.
Yeah, that's right.
They measure their food in metric buckets.
That's right.
Which, hey,
bucket of chicken.
To get back to the point here, you should not be able to measure the amount of chicken you eat in a meal in a bucket.
Yeah, well, that's what they say in the study, that anything that you eat in a bucket form is just right out the window.
Right out the window. Because buckets, like a large bowl is really where you want to end.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm not even talking popcorn bowl. I'm not talking like the big bowl you pull out when like the family's getting together to watch a DVD.
No.
Of Forrest Gump.
No.
But I'm talking like a large cereal bowl.
You're talking about a romantic night.
I'm talking about a romantic night. Watching Forrest Gump.
You know what? I actually had a revelation recently.
Yeah. A vision of a beast with 1,000 eyes.
No, that was you.
Rising up.
No, that's not what happened.
Then it was not a revelation.
Okay, well, whatever you want to call it. I had a thought. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
trying to cut all the hyperbole out of your life.
I appreciate it. It's hard for me.
How hard?
The hardest. We got for one of our wedding gifts. We got some bowls, some nice, like 4 nice bowls. They're really attractive bowls,
specifically for
meatballs,
giant meatballs.
It turns out when we got these as a gift, I said to myself, "Oh, these are like nice presentation bowls. They're probably going to sit in the cupboard and be, nice looking bowl, because we have a cupboard that has a glass front, right? So you can see through it. So like the nice looking stuff goes there.
Sure.
But you never use the nice looking stuff.
No.
You use like everyday shit. Well, turns out we use these bowls constantly. And to the point where I thought to myself, why do we have plates? What the fuck does a plate do that a bowl can't do?
Oh,
that a larger bowl
spill all over you is what it does?
Exactly. Why do we even use plates? Large-ish bowls with a flat bottom?
Everything in a bowl.
Why? Exactly. Why is there plates? Why
Everything
plates?
in a bowl, dude. Let me tell you something. If you look in my cupboard right now, you will find that we have 8 plates.
Yeah.
You will find that we have 16 bowls.
Are we the only people that think of this? Because I've never heard anybody say these words before, and it felt like a revelation to me. It felt like a massive...
1,000-eyed beast!
Oh, wait.
Rising out of a field of lava,
no.
saying unto you, plates are for dicks!
No, I don't think that's...
Why are you eating off of a flat space?
Maybe.
And then it ate 37 virgins and spit fire out of its eyes!
I may have overstated it. It was a thought. A thought. Why can't we just phase out plates? They're useless.
I don't know. I think plates are
garbage. Most plates are secret bowls. There's a fucking little
like the deep deep divot.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to
deep
be a bowl.
Divot, wide lip.
Exactly. And they're fucking liars is what they are.
Stupid.
You're barely a plate. Just
according to this
bowl.
study by the underground network of super scientists, the elementals.
Yeah. The elementalists.
The elementalists.
Elementia.
Grant Morrison's elementalists.
Yeah.
They say you should be eating a little bit of meat, a lot of vegetarian, and you should be eating it out of a goddamn bowl.
Eat
like
out of a fucking bowl. That's what the last line of their study is. Eat out of a fucking bowl.
And then they threw down some sort of like electrical field thing and disappeared.
Yeah. It was amazing. The art was fantastic.
Was it Grant Morrison or Warren Ellis who did the Elementalists?
It was either one. I'm fine with it.
No, I'm thinking of the Elementalist Black Science crossover. I don't know why. I mean, I've watched a lot of documentaries, and I know all the tinfoil hat reasons why, and all the government subsidies and things like that. But I don't know why. I don't know why we, as a country, just love giant slabs of meat so much. And
mostly it's the taste, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I know
it's mostly the taste.
I know, but like
you may not remember that.
There's
but
other
it's really
stuff
good.
that's good.
I guess. But if you've had the taste recently, you probably would remember how great it is.
I mean, I ate fish when I was in Japan. And it was great.
Fish is awesome.
It was
I love
great.
fish, but it ain't no fucking baby back ribs.
And I came back and I was like, cool, done. And I flipped the switch again.
I don't know. The baby back ribs. That's my vice, man. I can't not have baby back ribs.
I was always, I guess it's kind of just, I was always as a kid too. Like when I went vegetarian, my mom was like, that makes a lot of sense. Cause I would always I would get like meat, like a pork chop or a steak or something like that. And I would immediately like cut all the fat off and put it aside. And just like all like, not even like the big hunks of fat, but I would find any kind of like vein of fat and like just put it aside because I was just like, ugh, the texture of fat just kind of like, ugh.
Tastes good though.
I don't know, man. I don't
like bacon, even fat on bacon. You would be like
bacon. I was never a big. No, I found out that I like bacon in a way that like most people don't like bacon. Like it has to be like crispy to the point of being like super, super, super burnt to the point where it's like no longer bacon. Like I've removed all of the good things that people love about bacon from bacon. So like my palate, I think, was always sort of built towards being vegetarian or more vegetarian. I'm boring. I have a boring palate. That's actually, I think, what it is.
I think that's absolutely true. Everything I've learned about you is that I just like blander stuff. You're just not into food.
No, I'm not into food. I just like blander stuff, and I like it to be hyper nutritious. So I have to eat as little as possible during the day because I think food is a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
I'm a weird
person.
For me,
food is the great joy of my life.
I know. And like, hey, and that's a lot of people, and that's good. I mean, it's good that satisfaction is tied to a survival instinct. Like that's the way it should be. Right? Like
it's not about survival anymore.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like we need to eat to survive.
I need those donuts to survive.
So of course we love to eat, and of course we love things that taste good because things that taste good give us the largest energy reserves.
Yeah.
Right? Like of course.
But I need to breathe to survive. I don't love it.
Yeah. Oh man, I love breathing. I go to the oxygen bar every night. I live in like a late 90s rave culture.
Well, you can't
abuse food, all oxygen.
The problem is if you get too into oxygen, then you start, you get unhealthy. It's like all things in moderation. If you get way into oxygen, you live that unhealthy oxygen lifestyle.
That's why they say Aubrey de Grey in his latest report towards immortality was saying, it was de Grey or Kurzweil, I can't remember, but one of the two of them was like, hey, you should be holding your breath for 2 to 3 hours a day. Oxygen constriction is the key to longevity.
That's right.
That's
Go on a strict oxygen diet.
Caloric restriction. Oxygen restriction. Water restriction.
And don't defecate or urinate for long periods.
Long periods of time. Periods of time.
As much of the human needs that you can restrict and constrain, the longer you live.
Basically, in order to transcend into a being of pure light, you must leave all bodily functions behind. And that's how we're going to live forever. Oh, that was a report by the Google X Lab. Look it up, idiots.
Elementa.
No, so
if you could force this diet on the world, would you do it? If you could just like decide to be the most efficient, human race is the most efficient with its food consumption. If you could snap your fingers and make that happen, would you do it?
I don't want to force anything on anyone, but I think like. Here's my thing. Here's my bleak outlook. I think
we're gonna need to do it.
I think we're 2 or 3 generations away from having to do it.
Yeah.
Like when we're looking into
our bug protein bars.
But that's the thing is we're looking into bug proteins, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where I look at it and I go, are we seriously looking into bug proteins? Because there's like 3 to 5% of the planet that will happily eat bug proteins knowing that we're running out of resources. People like me who are just like, I don't care what I'm eating. Right? As long as it's like food and it's efficient and it's good.
One of you makes my baby back ribs possible.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if people went on this diet, would we need to be thinking about cricket bread? Or could we just like have enough for everybody?
Really delicious legumes.
All of a sudden, would like our resource concerns go away?
Maybe.
Or at least be, at least for another few generations? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I would not want to force this on anybody, but I would, I would love for people to take a look at what they eat and
I don't like to look at it. I just like to stuff it into my mouth.
Sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like I would love if more people read this report and were like, "Oh, not only are they saying that this is the best for me, but it's also the best for the planet."
Yeah.
And this is like and I don't have to stop eating meat.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, is that so bad? Is that terrible?
I mean, can I have some baby back ribs though?
I don't know.
Just like
What do the black science people say?
They said no. They definitely said no.
To all baby back ribs?
They don't like. Well, omnivore is all right. If I can get the pigs from the areas that you can't grow crops, maybe I can have some baby backs.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't go out to Tony Roma's every day or whatever and have like a full slab of Carolina honeys.
Yeah, those sound good though.
But like if you have ribs every once in a while, like why not?
All right.
I don't know. I wouldn't force this on anybody. What do you think? Do you think this is a thing that we should all take up?
I'm right with you in the sense of like 100 years from now, it's happening whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Unless that fucking planet we just found in the next...
Oh, you mean 4 light years away?
Yeah, that one, maybe we can get on that. Maybe they got some sweet land.
I'll tell you what. I honestly believe that we will try to build interstellar travel before we'll give up meat.
Yeah, I agree with
We'll
you.
just be like, shit, we're running low on resources. What should we do? Use them properly? Fuck you, I'm building a rocket.
Yeah. I'm riding in my rocket while eating a steak.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm coming back. I'm going to let you know how the cows do over there. And sending fucking Matthew McConaughey into space.
Yeah.
Brave Matthew McConaughey to see if we can have steaks.
I mean, it was what he was born for.
It really was. If anybody was going to go on our steak mission, I feel like it would be McConaughey.
Yeah.
It's weird how we will do like these mental backflips to create solutions to problems that don't really need to exist because eating meat all the time kills a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So delicious, though.
So delicious. What do you guys think? Would you get on board with this diet? Are you already on board?
Would you get on board with Matthew McConaughey?
Would you get on board with Matthew McConaughey?
On the USS steak mission?
To go to the planet meat to save the human race. And by save the human race, I mean allow us to keep eating like children.
A tanker of barbecue sauce in tow.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
We're going to have to jettison the barbecue sauce.
No!
No! We can get through this! We're going to stay alive!
I believe in you, McConaughey.
How are we going to lose? We got to lose like 1,500 pounds.
Throw out the vegetables. Throw out all the sides.
The broccoli only weighs 50 pounds.
It doesn't matter. It's a start.
The A1 weighs like exactly 1,500 pounds.
We need it, though. Our steak will be under seasoned.
And then maybe we traveled through time. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away. Let us know how you feel about this diet and about the movie Interstellar. There's great movies with Mikey about it this week if you haven't watched it. It's so good. Let us know how you feel about it on Twitter. I'm at A.Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And guys, this is your final warning. Kylo is approaching.
Oh, man. It may not be your final warning.
It may not be your final warning.
You may decide to stay in longer.
Nope. Kylo.
Hey, baby, Kylo, by the way, Kylo, if you're listening,
Jeff's baby,
get out.
Can fuck with Jeff's life all it wants. Cannot fuck with my life. Not allowed.
Uncle Anthony says,
get out your lane. Stay in your lane, baby. But we just wanted to let you know that Jeff may be intermittently absent from the podcast over the next couple weeks. Meaning we may drop down to fewer episodes a week as we have in the past, or
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Jeff is going to be doing all of the work of the birthing. So
Jeff is giving birth.
A lot of demands on him.
Look, dude, babies are dumb and they cannot survive on their own. Yeah,
but I'm going to leave the window.
Oh, and
cracked.
also they don't sleep.
I'll leave the window cracked. You'll be fine.
And they don't care about you.
And I'll leave.
That's scientifically true.
I'm gonna leave some baby back ribs on the plate. They actually don't care
about you for like a while.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about you.
Like 20 years.
Yeah. It's like scientifically proven that it takes 27 years for a baby to care about its parents. But so yeah, just so you know, in case if we ever miss an episode or if we bring on a guest host, just so you know what's going on. Jeff's going to be a father, and he has like the howling fantods about it.
It's all over for him.
So thank you guys for bearing with us during this. We know Jeff's baby is a burden on us all.